Welcome to this week's Free Beer Friday. Well, next week is the big Homebrew Con. I'm excited to go. And what that means is we had to bottle our entry to get it there on time. So we have a clip of Justin and I using the NukaTap counter pressure bottle filler. Give it a watch on how we filled those bottles. Okay, so we got the NukaTap counter pressure bottle filler all set up here. I'm gonna come on and I'm gonna give it gas by hitting the purge. And then we can release a little of that gas to really let that bottle purge completely. And then we let it go, so now it builds a pressure in the bottle, and then we start the flow of liquid. And we're using oxygen barrier caps, so we don't get them wet because they scavenge oxygen once they get wet. So we're gonna fill this a little bit, let a little of that run down the side till we get our liquid level up to here. And once we get it up to here, I'm gonna stop the flow here, pull it up and out, and Justin's gonna give it a quick cap. Boom. There we go.
Counter pressure filled.
The NukaTap filler is pretty sweet. It telescopes, so you can use varying size bottles. It's really easy to use. You can purge the bottles first, and then you can control the flow rate of the fill, the counter pressure part of it. So that counter pressure is pretty cool, right? So instead of doing a free kit this week for Free Beer Friday, we're gonna give away my counter pressure bottle filler, the one you just watched in that video. So to enter, go to morebeer.com/freebeerfriday and enter the weekly survey. Well, after we got it bottled up, we thought it'd be fun to taste it before it gets judged. So Justin had a great show on the Brewing Network that we got to be part of and taste the beer. So it was Mike McDole's son Lee, myself, Vito, Matt Sager, and of course, Justin. So watch this quick clip of us tasting the beer.
Chris Graham and I have just been, even before we kind of reconnected about it, have been getting like back into homebrewing. And then we got together for a beer, and then I realized you were like actually brewing. You had a new all-in-one system that you were brewing on a lot. You've got the Free Beer Fridays and different things like that happening. And so I think I just sent you a text one day. You know what? I think Chris and I should do this.
What kind of beer do you want to make? And I'm thinking he's going to say a hazy or some crap I don't want.
No.
And he goes
Milkshake
back with,
IPA.
He comes back with two styles of beer.
Yeah. Pale ale, of course, because I always just want a pale ale. But the other one on my list was a Dortmunder. And Tasty won a silver medal with his Dortmunder. I remembered that. And I just loved it when they brought that beer in.
And we still have access to his computer, and he kept meticulous, notes with his Pro Mash, I think.
Of course he did.
Wow.
Yeah. We are back, and we've got Dortmunder in our glass. Dortmunder that we brewed in our glass. And the first thing we all notice, of course, is the color and the clarity.
Clarity's great, nice head on there, small tight bubbles. Then I'd move on to the aroma, and I get a little acetaldehyde.
Yeah, apricots. And
So that would be my negative ding on the aroma.
I was trying to pick that out, what it was. Definitely an off.
Green apple.
Green apple, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Moving past that, I do get the lager characteristic. Taste is nice, yeah. I like the taste. Bitterness, I think, would be spot on for the style. Malt characters there. You get a little bit of that in the flavor, the acetaldehyde. But yeah, really nice.
Lee McDole, your honest impressions.
Screwed my dad's beer up.
Yeah. Oh my God, yeah.
Well, luckily I'm more of a beer drinker than a beer brewer. I smell what you guys are smelling. I would describe it as almost like a bread dough kind of smell, maybe.
Well, that part,
character.
that's the good part.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then I like that part.
Look for like fruity, estery kind of.
Yeah. the flavor I think is really good. I like
Yeah.
it. I like it. It's
Yeah.
delicious.
All right, well, it was a lot of fun. I want to thank all of you for helping Chris and I do this and being a part of the show.
Thank you.
Definitely a lot of fun. Lee, thanks for finding that recipe for us.
Of course, my pleasure.
I predict it will not be the last time we ask you to mine
Yeah.
your dad's recipes.
Let's do it again.
Yes.
Absolutely. Try some.
So what a fun experience. So as you can see by the video, the beer was clear, it's drinkable, it's, you know, made right, except there is a flaw, and that's homebrewing. So you're gonna have to listen to the whole thing to learn about the flaw. Wasn't that we didn't sanitize well enough, our temp control was good, our recipe formulation obviously was great, our water was awesome. So, and made a lot of good beer in my life, but I've made some bad beer too. And the most important thing is that I remember and I learn from what I did wrong. And that's one I hadn't done in a long time. So made a little mistake, and that's why I use dry yeast now. Don't forget to enter this month's drawing, the KOMOS Rubicon Jockey Box. It's pretty sweet. And so just go to morebeer.com/Free Beer Friday and enter the monthly giveaway. Lastly, next week is the Homebrew Con, and I'm gonna try something I've never done before. And I say try, we're gonna do our best to go live. And it'd be roughly around 6 o'clock Pacific time, 9 o'clock Eastern time. I might screw up, might not have good enough internet, we're gonna find out. But be sure to tune in, we'll have a regular show at noon next week, and then the live show after that. If you want me to include anything in the live show, put them down in the show notes below. Thanks for watching. See you next Friday. Cheers.